The story begins with a man named Bing sleeping in a small room. His room is completely surrounded by screens. As morning comes, the screens turn green, showing fake trees and grass, and an artificial sun rises. This is how people wake up in this world. Bing gets out of bed and goes to the bathroom. While brushing his teeth, another screen turns on in front of him, showing a number. This number is called merits. In this world, merits work like money. People use merits to do everything, whether it's eating, watching something, or buying small items. To earn merits, people must ride stationary bikes all day. The harder someone works, the more merits they earn. Bing has more than 15 million merits, which is a very large amount. This is because his brother recently died, and all of his brother's saved merits were transferred to Bing. Now Bing works like everyone else, riding a stationary bike to earn merits. Everywhere in this place, screens are always playing ads. If someone wants to skip an ad, some merits are deducted. Bing really hates ads, especially the ones that are uncomfortable and disturbing. Because he has a lot of merits, he skips them easily without worrying. His life follows the same routine every day, waking up, eating, and riding the bike. Most people here do the same job, but society is divided into 3 classes. The top class includes people who are attractive and talented. They appear on TV shows, and everyone watches them. They live in bigger rooms and enjoy better lives. The middle class makes up most of the population. These people ride stationary bikes and earn merits. For them, fitness is very important. The fitter a person is, the more merits they earn, and the better they are treated. The lowest class includes people who are not fit. They are treated badly and are forced to do cleaning work, like picking up trash. If someone from the middle class becomes unfit or performs poorly, they can be pushed down into the lower class very quickly. Once that happens, they lose respect and must do dirty work. Bing's life continues like this, but he does not enjoy it. He doesn't talk much to other people. Everyone riding the bike stares at their own screens, watching whatever they want. No one communicates. In the same room where Bing works, there is a girl who keeps looking at him. She seems interested in him. During breaks, people can buy food or items using their merits. Bing prefers natural things and hates artificial environments. That is why he likes green apples, as they are one of the few things that still feel real in this fake world. Green apples are one of the few things in this world that feel truly natural. One day, Bing buys green apples using his merits, but the apples do not come out of the machine. He keeps trying to figure out how to get them. While he struggles with the machine, a girl nearby keeps watching him. She seems interested in Bing. After a moment, she walks over and explains that there is a simple trick to release the apples. She helps him get them out. She clearly expects Bing to talk to her, but he doesn't. Instead, Bing quietly moves to another table and eats his apples alone. Life continues the same way every day. People work all day, and at night they sit in their rooms playing games. At the same time, ads keep appearing on every screen. One ad shows a reality talent show called Hot Shots. Anyone can join this show if they have 15 million merits. On the show, people get a chance to display their talent. If the judges like them, they become performers, move into the high class, and their life completely changes. The ad for this show appears constantly. To skip it, people must spend merits. There is no other option. You cannot close your eyes or turn your face away. If you try, an alarm starts ringing and does not stop until you look at the screen again. Bing's life keeps going like this until he meets a new girl named Abby Khan. Abby Khan joined this place only a week ago. From the moment Bing sees her, he starts liking her. He keeps noticing her everywhere. But what impresses Bing the most is her voice. One day, while Bing is in the bathroom, he hears someone singing. The voice belongs to Abby. She is singing softly, and Bing is deeply moved by her voice. When Abby comes out, Bing wants to talk to her, but he feels nervous. He barely manages to start a conversation when an uncomfortable ad suddenly appears on the screen in front of him. Bing feels embarrassed, and Abby laughs and walks away. Bing feels disappointed. Later, Bing finally gets another chance to talk to Abby. One day, Abby buys green apples, but just like before, the apples do not come out of the machine. She stands there, confused. Bing walks over and helps her by using the same technique he learned earlier. He gives her the apple, and this time, they start talking. Abby tells Bing how she ended up here. She came to visit her sister, but somehow got trapped into staying and working in this system. As they continue talking, Bing tells her how beautiful her singing is and how talented she is. He says she should take part in Hot Shots. Abby disagrees. She says she doesn't think her singing is special. She explains that the song she sings is an old one her mother used to sing, and she learned it from her. Abby also says that hot shots is not for her. She believes she is not talented enough, and she doesn't have enough merits anyway. Bing listens carefully as she speaks, and then he begins to share something important about his own past. Bing then tells Abby about his brother. His brother had died earlier and left behind a huge number of merits, which were transferred to Bing. Bing says he wants Abby to use those merits to take part in hot shots. At first, Abby refuses. She asks why Bing doesn't use those merits himself. Bing replies that he has no interest in spending them on artificial things that mean nothing to him. He wants the merits to be used for something meaningful. He truly believes Abby is talented and says that if she uses the merits, at least they will be used for a good purpose. After a long conversation, Abby finally agrees. Bing uses almost all of his merits and gifts her a hot shots entry pass. The next day, Abby goes to participate in the show, and Bing goes with her. When they arrive, they see a huge crowd. Many people are waiting for their chance to perform. Seeing so many contestants makes both of them nervous, and they think it might take a very long time before Abby's turn comes. Suddenly, a man comes out and calls Abby's name, telling her that it is her turn. Abby becomes very anxious but walks toward the stage. On stage, she sees 3 judges. They ask her what she would like to perform, and Abby says she wants to sing. She begins singing, and her voice fills the room. The judges are deeply impressed. They praise her and say they have never heard someone sing like that before. However, after all the praise, they say that they already have enough singers and no space for more. Then they offer her a job on a different channel, one meant for adult entertainment. The judges clearly want Abby to join that channel because of her appearance. Abby becomes very upset after hearing this. The judges try to pressure her into saying yes. They tell her to think carefully and ask what kind of life she wants, living like a star in a big room or spending her days pedaling on a bike forever. They remind her that people spend their entire lives trying to reach this stage, and she has already made it. The audience also starts shouting, telling her to accept the offer. Under all this pressure, Abby finally says yes. After this, Bing feels completely alone. He becomes quiet and deeply sad. Whenever he sees Abby on the adult channel or hears people talking badly about her, it hurts him deeply and makes him feel angry and helpless. One night, while Bing is in his room, an ad appears on his screen showing Abby. Seeing her again pushes him to the edge. He no longer has enough merits left to skip the ad. Bing starts screaming inside his room. He tries to close his eyes, but the alarm immediately starts ringing. The more he tries to escape the screen, the worse it gets. He feels trapped, angry, and completely broken. Every time Bing sees Abby on the screen, the alarm starts ringing if he tries to look away. All of this slowly drives him out of control. He begins smashing the screens in his room. He manages to break a few of them, but even then, Abby's voice still echoes around him. Bing finally breaks down and starts crying. He feels completely empty and shattered. While standing there, Bing notices a sharp piece of broken glass on the floor. He stares at it for a long moment, and then he makes a decision. That same night, he goes back to riding the stationary bikes. In his mind, he sets a clear goal: he will also participate in hot shots, no matter what it takes. He decides to earn enough merits to buy the entry pass. From that day on, Bing works non-stop. He saves merits wherever he can. He spends as little as possible, whether it's on food or toothpaste. He avoids unnecessary expenses and pushes himself harder on the bike every day. Along with that, he practices dancing alone in his room. Slowly, he gathers enough merits and finally buys a hot shots pass. On the day of his audition, Bing secretly carries the piece of glass with him. When he arrives, he sees a long line of people waiting, just like before. Soon, the same thing happens again. A man comes out and calls Bing inside. The people waiting in line get angry. They shout that this is unfair and complain that they have been waiting for days. But no one listens. Bing is taken inside. Inside, Bing sees 3 judges, just like Abby did. They ask him what he wants to perform. Bing says he wants to dance. He begins dancing, but suddenly, he pulls out the piece of glass and presses it against his neck. He warns the guards not to come closer and says that he wants to speak. The judges agree and allow him to talk without interruption. Bing then delivers a powerful speech. He tells the judges that they are fake and that everything about the system is fake. He says people dance, sing, and humiliate themselves just to make the judges happy, but the judges do not truly care. He explains that people spend their entire lives trying to reach this stage, and once they do, they are treated without respect. He says the judges only like artificial performances and reject anything real or meaningful. As Bing continues speaking, the audience reacts strongly. People are deeply moved by what he says. Many viewers believe this is the greatest performance in the history of hot shots. They think Bing's speech is part of the act, not realizing that he is speaking from real pain and truth. After this, the judges also offer Bing a show of his own. Some time later, Bing is seen again on the screen, but now in a very different position. In the final scenes, Bing is shown again on a screen, holding a piece of glass to his neck just like before. But this time, he is not doing it to fight the system. He is doing it to entertain people. He has now become part of the same system he once hated. Soon after, we see that Bing is living a comfortable life. He now has a large room, better facilities, and a peaceful environment. He has moved into the high class, just like the performers he used to watch. On the outside, his life looks successful and stable. This is where the episode ends. Through this episode, the creators try to deliver two strong messages. The first message is about reality shows. The episode shows how fake these shows can be and how they often use people for entertainment. The system does not truly care about talent or emotions. What matters most to them is ratings, profit, and keeping their channels running. The second message is about class division. As long as a person is struggling and lacks comfort, they question the system and raise their voice against it. But once that same person gains power, comfort, and luxury, they slowly stop resisting. They become part of the system instead of fighting it. Bing does the same. Once he gets a high-class life, he no longer speaks out. This is why Black Mirror is known for showing the dark and uncomfortable truths of society. It reflects how systems control people, often without them realizing it. That's all for today's video. If you like this recap, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.